We're just gonna make a big board that they can't get over, if anything. I wanted to use Bitter Triumph and Momentum Breaker, but gaining life and having a demon out, pretty good. What's going on, YouTube? Achilles here, and today we're playing a mono black mid-range deck I put together. With Aetherdrift out, we're going to be trying to take advantage of Momentum Breaker, which is not only a removal for creatures, but if there happens to not be a creature or vehicle on the field, we get to discard a card from their hand. Plus, this card has life gain attached to it, which is really useful. So this card has so much value. The only downside is it's an enchantment, so you can't use it at instant speed. And one of the other new cards is Intimidation Tactics, which is pretty useful because depending on what you're playing against, if you are aware that they're not playing artifacts or creatures, you could just cycle this card and get something else. So it just won't sit in your hand and be useless. But the rest of the deck is a good old mono black mid-range deck with a demon package. I am still staying strong with my main deck for Leyline of the Void, just because I run into all those Omniscience decks, all those Graveyard decks, and these are instant wins against those decks. And if you draw these, like I said, you could always discard it to Liliana and Bitter Triumph. But the rest of the deck is a lot of removal and a lot of just stopping whatever your opponent's trying to do. But anyway, let's get right into this list. We got 4 Cut Down, 2 Duress, 1 Intimidation Tactics, 2 Anoint with Affliction, 4 Bitter Triumph, 4 Momentum Breaker, 4 Unstoppable Slasher, 4 Liliana of the Veil, 1 Archfiend the Dross, 4 Leyline of the Void, Sheoldred the Apocalypse, 4 Unholy Annex and Ritual Chamber, and for the lands we got 17 Swamps, 4 Mirrex, and 4 copies of Soulstone Sanctuary. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe, and if you want to become a member, you can get early access to videos as well as member shoutouts. Let's get right into these games. Opponent goes first. I'll keep this one. It's a very decent curve. Oh great, one of these decks. Now what am I trying to do? Annoy with Affliction right now. Oh, this is actually perfect. You can exile that. That'll throw them off their game. Just a little bit. Leyline of the Void, so useless in this game, but it's okay. I wonder if they'll block. They don't. Okay, we'll get rid of the Leyline, which is useless this game, and we'll go for the big swing. Okay, block it. So now we set up for game next turn with double Unstoppable Slash with the Soulstone Sanctuary. But let's see what they got. Okay. Keep the swamp in my hand to be scary as a bluff. The useless bluff. Alright, they got 2 mana left to play around with. Okay, 3 mana, never mind. It's fine. I think. Oh yeah, it's definitely fine. We get to go first, and this hand is almost picture perfect. Maybe if we have a 2-drop that we could draw next turn, then we could just do some insane curve. Just might as well get rid of that. Well, you know what? At least we get to do something this turn. What do you got? I feel like this is definitely more powerful. They could use that on even Unholy Annex. Speaking of Unholy Annex... Okay. It's definitely a move. Let's get Sheoldred out there. This might give him some trouble. Maybe. They could go Rockface Village on Emberheart and then give a double strike, but they don't. I feel like that would have been better. Because that way they could have like tried to push. I don't know. I guess they're just trying to go wider. Okay, sure. I mean, that's 3, but if I don't block that, that's definite. Yeah, I gotta block it this way. We're just gonna make a big board that they can't get over, if anything. I wanted to use Bitter Triumph and Momentum Breaker, but gaining life and having a demon out, pretty good. That's why we have the one Sheoldred in here, just because it just pairs up really well, especially if we already have the demon out. And it's pretty much just double life gain at that point. Interesting choice. He taking no damage. Except for the 5, but, you know. I had a feeling they were going to have a Monstrous Rage or something. It's so interesting they're doing Rune Lurker Bat in this kind of deck. So we got 6 mana. We can't use all 3 of these. But this will gain me more life, so maybe this is more important. So we'll do that. We'll go for the Momentum Breaker. I think we're just going to pass. We'll just keep the Bitter Triumph as a reactive card for... Oh, we got 2 Bitter Triumphs now. In that case... I'm going to do this now so they can't dig for more cards with their deck if they target that. And this way we still have the Bitter Triumph on standby. So this means if, well, yeah, that would make sense. Let's do it like this then. Let's see what they target with everything. So they target that. You might as well just get rid of it now then. Next turn we should have it, unless they do something extraordinary that I can't even comprehend. And we get it. Opponent goes first. Alright, so they start off by playing lizards. It's a good thing we got a good anti-lizard hand. If you want to call it that. The momentum breaker would have been the best choice right now. I'm only going to do this just because... Am I though? Yeah. I'm only going to do this because in case I want to... If I get like a second 2-drop, I could play both next turn if they try to go wide. Just trying to match them. If I went cut down, I feel like that wouldn't have been good for my... This is my lands. Especially if I play like another card right now. Okay, we didn't get a 2-drop, but we could still deal with this. I'm going to keep the cut down in hand. In case we need it for something. If we could just keep the board clear for them, then we're going to be okay. And you could argue with Bitter Triumph that it should be like Shoot the Sheriff or something, but every time I play something that's not Bitter Triumph, they always play Planeswalkers, and I always regret it, so it's just a curse for me that I gotta just play Bitter Triumph at this point. Because the moment I stop, then they'll just play Liliana, and I won't be able to remove it somehow. That's just my luck, though. But if you guys don't like Bitter Triumph and want to play Shoot the Sheriff or whatever, I would totally understand. It's just I'm trying to be as flexible to any situation that I run into. Okay, we got another one out. It does 1 damage. Might as well hit it right now. Do we clear their board entirely? Sure. And then we just present our own win con instead of trying to draw more cards, because this card's just a win of its own if they can't answer it. So I just keep swinging with it. I mean, they could do that. Oh, I thought they were going to try to trade with that. When I mean trade with it, like they use that, makes it give it 3, then it swings, and I don't have to block. Well, I don't have to block, but I don't want them to have nothing on the field. Like that, for example. That's probably the best thing they could possibly draw right now, but they have to block sooner, else they're going to lose. I'm gonna present game next turn by playing Ritual Chamber. So they go to 4, and then we have a 6/6 flyer they have to deal with next turn, on top of the Unstoppable Slasher already on the board, plus Soulstone Sanctuary. Stop touch. And we get it. Gonna swing with this only, just to be, who knows what they have in their hand, but we get it either way. We get to go first, and we have our turn 1 Leyline, which is always nice, especially if they're playing a very heavy graveyard deck. So we will see ahead of time what they got. This actually isn't bad in the sense that we turn off Hardy Djinn and whatever they're trying to do with the graveyard. It's not the best, not the worst, but take it, right? And they go for up the beanstalk. Alright, well, since they can't negate that since they played up the beanstalk, let's just start our game plan. And we're just going to end up going for Mirrex turn after turn unless they present some crazy threat that we have to deal with. Which we don't have the answer to right now anyway, except for with Lily.
Drop it.
That is so funny. Does this mean I should just play it next turn? I don't know. I mean, it just depends on what they do. I might... Well, I mean, I might as well. Unless I draw something better. But they have the Phantom Interferences waiting for it anyway.
You won't be outsmarting me.
And I'm not going to run into it either. I'll make them have to play a little awkwardly. So they know that I can just play this Leyline in the Void at any point. Plus they're just going to get chipped away by these mites.
We all have things we'd rather forget.
Nice. It's actually perfect. Because we got our Soulstone Sanctuary to defend ourselves with. I guess I should have kept the Bitter Triumph in this situation, but it is what it is. So go for the swing. Go for Soulstone.
Flashing before your very eyes? Good.
This is going to be an interesting choice for them. Wow. I thought they were going to go the other route. But I'll take it. Yeah, we get to do stuff with Unholy Annex. Another Leyline. That's amazing.
I'm tired of your secrets.
Two Tolarian Terrors, and we get the game. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. Tell me what you think of the deck in the comments section down below. Please like the video and subscribe if you have not already, and if you're new here, just know I have new videos coming out every day. I hope everyone has a great day, and take care.